Good morning. Welcome to your Monday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom and guidance, and we have a really good card today. I'm excited about this one. Hope you missed me over the weekend. Glad to be back. We had an awesome weekend, very healing, very quiet, very peaceful. It was wonderful. So, tanks filled back up, ready to roll. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. You're the first one popping on today. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Glad we'll give it a minute as everybody's popping in here. My hands are cold today. So, I was doing some reading before I fell asleep last night, and I was thinking, good morning, Lucy. Awesome. Thank you for the sunshine. Thinking that there was a part of this book that I was meant to share with you, but when I tested, it actually is a card deck. Good morning, Cindy. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad everybody's rolling back in after a couple of days off. Again, had a wonderful weekend. Very, very healing, very supportive. Good morning, Diane. Glad you are here. Welcome. It was a beautiful location, and we did some healing work, and it was wonderful. So, today, we have a card from the Priestess of Light deck, but I want to just tell you a little bit about this book because I'm sure that it's going to pop up at some point. It's another Erwin Raphael McManus book, and it's called The Artisan's Soul, Crafting Your Life into a Work of Art. And there's at least two parts that I want to share with you at some point when it's divine right timing. But I just wanted you to get a look at the cover. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. Glad you are here. Happy healing week for you. Happy healing week for you, Diane. We're just sending everybody good juju and love and support as we traverse this life path, right? Lots of interesting stuff going on. So, the card from our Priestess of Light deck by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. Let's just take a couple of breaths first. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I felt myself breathing a lot this weekend. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just settling into right here, right now. You are welcome, dear. It was a very good weekend. Yeah. And I think this card speaks to us on a lot of levels. Take it for what it is right off the bat, but then dig a little deeper. That's really what we were doing this weekend, was digging deeper. What's the deeper message? And what's the deeper message? And what does our heart and soul call us to do about those messages? Good morning, Judy. Glad you are here. So our card for today is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries. And notice her hands lit up. A lot of energy there. And notice the snow leopard over her shoulder. Just breathing into this image. Breathing in, noticing what you notice about it. Allowing that to settle into your being. But here's the card. Setting boundaries. Threshold protection. I like that term. Threshold protection and honor. For those of you who have the card deck, it's page 86 in the book. The priestess of the threshold holds up her hands with palms outward, projecting a field of protective light before her. The strong and stately snow leopard, who lives a solitary life in the highest reaches of the mountains, looks over her shoulder, standing guard. This card brings you a message of both caution and encouragement. It's time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. Let me repeat that. It is time to take an honest look at the boundaries you set. How do you view your importance in your own life? Cindy, if you wouldn't mind posting that question, I think that's a powerful question. How do you view your importance in your own life? Are you sacrificing your priorities in self-care to prioritize the needs and wishes of others? Are you putting up with demands, dismissal, marginalization, or even disrespect from the people in your life? If so, it's time to put up your hands and say, enough. You may have been allowing others to cross your personal threshold and invade your time, energy, or space. But this card is telling you that you now have the power to shift that pattern. Start to set clear limits today and make yourself a priority in your own life. And I've been finding myself doing that lately. Nope, can't do that. Nope, that's too much. Nope, I don't have the bandwidth for that. However it comes out, it comes out. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. Thank you, Cindy, for posting that one. And I love that one too, if you are willing to post that one also. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. Your soul deserves to be honored, and you must be the first person to make that choice. When you do, you will finally receive the respect and prioritization that you've been longing for all along. The affirmation is, I choose to make myself my own priority. I have the power to set boundaries and honor myself always. I choose to make myself my own priority. I have the power to set boundaries and honor myself always. And don't be surprised that when you start to do this, people get a little bit flustered because they're not used to that. They're not used to that. So let's say your kids kind of take advantage of you in that regard. Well, Mom, will you do this? Mom, can you do that? Mom, can you stop and pick this up? Mom. When you begin to say, nope, can't fit that in today. Thank you, Cindy. Expect a little bit of surprise on their part. If this is the first time you're going to be saying no, expect them to not know what to do with that. You need to be as matter of fact about that as you can be. Nope, that won't work for me. Nope, can't fit that in today. No, sorry. You don't even need to offer an explanation. No, sorry is good enough. Done. No, I'm not interested in that. No, thank you anyway. All of those are good words. And if you are uncertain, if you've been taking some notes whenever we're doing the book, thank you for posting the affirmation also. When we're doing the book, Taking the War Out of Our Words, if you've been taking notes on that, you'll find good stuff in there in terms of how to do this, how to say this, how to muster the most finesse you can as you're telling someone no. Fabulous. Good, Carolyn. Yes. Yep, that word selfish pops up often when in regards to women. So several things I want to say about that, especially, perk up your ears, Cindy, here's for you. When we offer the excuses or the explanations as to why we can't do something, we actually weaken our position. And you may find that if you offer too much explanation, you end up undoing yourself. Well, I really can't do that today because I've got this, and this, and you know how busy I am and blah, blah. Oh, well, maybe I can fit it in. And you undo yourself. No. So if you feel that within you, if you feel that waffling feeling, and for me it's kind of like someone's grabbing me by the chest and pulling me forward, when I feel that feeling, I know to shut my mouth. Just stop and smile. Because the next person who speaks is the person, yes, stop that habit of explaining why. You owe nobody an explanation. I know, it is very automatic. And sometimes in the middle of the rambling, you hear yourself doing it and you're like, why am I doing this? Just stop then. You might be mid-sentence. Just stop. They might notice. They might ask you, what were you going to say? Nope, I'm just going to stop. Can't do it today. Sorry. Done. And then start counting in your head. Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3. See how far you get before the other person speaks. They may redouble their efforts. Oh, come on. Can't you just do this one thing for me? Absolutely, it takes practice. But we will get there. And your answer again is no, sorry. Can't fit it in. Again, you may have that feeling of, oh, I'm being selfish. I could just do this. Why am I making their life more? Why are you making your own life more difficult? Take good care of you. That is why we do end up getting sick, running ourselves down, being vulnerable to all the viruses and crap that goes around, etc. Because we're not honoring ourselves. We're not taking good care of us. And even if someone gets a little nose out of joint about something, give it some time. They'll come around. They just have to work through okay, mom's not going to be the batting cleanup person forevermore. Amen. I need to do my own stuff. Yes, you need to do your own stuff. How wonderful. How wonderful to get there, right? So, setting boundaries. Think of it as threshold protection. Think of it as self-protection. Carolyn, yes, as you're going through your walk with cancer, think of it as protection. You're protecting yourself, you're protecting your time, you're protecting your healing body. All of that is so important right now. And don't be surprised if, as you set these boundaries, you have a period of time where you really are doing great with it, and then all of a sudden you start sliding. That's normal. That's what we do. It's like everything else we do. Meditation, we're zen, we're present, and then all of a sudden we're thinking about our grocery list. That's normal. That's human. Whatever. The plan at that point is catch it as soon as you can. Don't beat yourself up about it. Merely redirect. And on we go. And on we go. With the setting of boundaries, sometimes it can be pretty, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that. I'm not okay with that. I don't accept that kind of feedback. Whatever it is where you're having to put up boundaries, could you say that in a way that I'm able to hear it? When you yell at me or when you say it in that snarky way, it's really hard to take in the message. If you want me to hear what you're saying, maybe try a little more respect. And stand your ground with that. You might be standing there quaking in your boots. It's okay. Breathe. Just breathe. What you will find, I guarantee it, is whomever you're talking to begins to have more respect for you because you're not willing to put up with that crap anymore. Good morning, Mandy. Hello, hello. Looking forward to seeing you this afternoon. So boundaries, threshold protection. I love that idea. It's threshold protection. It's, in a way, it's kindly and lovingly drawing the line in the sand. You can come this far, but no further. And again, when you state it that way, when it's matter of fact, you're not screaming at them, you're not shoving them back, you're just, no, here's the line. I understand, but here's the line. I hear what you're saying, but here's the line. Broken record. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Okay? If you're going to be setting that boundary on the phone, you might want to have a little 3x5 card there with your words jotted down. So when you feel yourself beginning to waffle, go back to your words. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Eventually, it stops, right? And I'll share a fun little example. So I was watching a YouTube video last night from one of my favorite thrifters, and she was taking a group of people to Rome, and she was at the market, and they were haggling over a price, and she said the dealer said 25, she said 20. The dealer said 25, she said 20. The dealer said 25, she said 20, and she got it for 20. Sometimes just sticking with it. The same with sales. If you are selling something, I don't care what it is you're selling. If you're like right now, I'm trying to sell let's do Thanksgiving on Sunday instead of on Thursday because I'm having a colonoscopy on Wednesday. I highly doubt I'm going to be doing any prep on Wednesday other than the kind of prep I don't want to be doing. So I'm pushing for Sunday. And again, it's that same kind of thing. So now I've heard from most of the people. There's one I haven't heard from yet, so I'll repeat. How about Sunday? Yep, I hear that, but how about Sunday? I understand that, but how about Sunday? Good morning, Janine. Glad you are here. So I'm going to show you the card again. Setting boundaries. Look at the energy coming from her hands. It's like, here's the line. No crossing. Not allowed. And look at the snow leopard over her shoulder like, yeah, don't mess with her. Do not mess with her. She has boundaries and she's going to keep them. How awesome is that? So today I'd like you to practice your boundary setting. I'd like you to take the opportunity when it comes up during the day, because we all have multiple opportunities during the day to set boundaries. But also, if there's something that's lurking in the background where you either have compromised your own boundaries by saying yes to something you really wanted to say no to, or by not having responded yet to something that really needs a no or some limits of some kind, take it upon yourself that today's the day. Yes, boundaries are loving. They teach people how to love us. Yes, here's my boundary. Here's my boundary. No further. No further. Take the opportunity today, since we have this beautiful card speaking to us today, take the opportunity to make that phone call, meet with that person, send that text message, whatever it's going to be, to say, I've thought this over and my answer is whatever it's going to be. No, or I can do this much, or I can do this but not that, or however you want to put it. Again, write it out. Practice it. Look in the mirror. Say it to yourself. Then be quiet and start the count. Mississippi 1, Mississippi 2. Whoever speaks next is the one who's going to be doing that thing. So, just so you know. So, have an awesome Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including setting boundaries, threshold protection. Bye-bye.